Okay, okay. All right. I'm thinking that as I was thinking about what I wanted to talk to you about today, I'm realizing how sad it is. Again, I'm realizing how sad it is when a woman who's built her own business, who's worked really hard to get it up towards 250K and above, and yet feels like all they're doing is working 24/7 and they can't get beyond this particular revenue plateau that it feels like they've been at forever. And yesterday I was talking to somebody who suddenly her business, just one part of her business is bringing in 60,000 a month, 70,000 a month. And she's thrilled because she loves this particular part of her business. It's really close to her heart, and she really wanted it to succeed. And it's finally succeeding in a much bigger way than before. And it means a lot to her family. It means a lot to her. And yet she says that when things aren't going well, she feels like she's a gerbil out in the cage, and that she's just working. And it's a lot of it's stress she puts on herself, and it works. But what about the rest of life? She was telling me. What about the other things that are important? And she definitely has a spiritual way of looking at the world. And she says, there's something wrong with this picture, that this is what I'm doing, and I need to have more time and energy to spend with my kids and my husband and in my garden. So it's and yet she said that when things aren't working for her, this is when things aren't working inside, this is what she does. She works, 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 stresses, stresses, stresses. And she said to me, I said, so what happens when uh, people give you advice? What kind of advice do people give you? And she says, oh, they say things like, take a breath, take a break, get better sleep, don't use your electronics at night. And she said she just ignores all of it. She says, yeah, 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 of course these are great things to do. I know I should be doing them, but they can't stop. They can't stop like the gerbil stress response in me, which is what propels her and is what created her business, but it also propels her into this gerbil churning kind of work life. So, and she laughed about it. She said, come on, those are ridiculous. You can't tell somebody who's doing what I'm doing to just take a breath. We're not going to do it. And I know this is true. It may be good advice, but it doesn't get to the root. And I'm sure you felt this too. Like what gets to the root of what's going on, that you're working that way when you know you don't want to be, but you also want the success. So how do you do it? And all the good advice in the world from high level masterminds and great business coaches, if it's not doing the trick, then clearly something else at a lower level, at a deeper level is needed. It has to be. Either that or there's something terribly wrong with you. And chances are that's not the case. Chances are you're still at this point in your success, you're going after more success the same way you came to this first success, and that's not going to work, because when you're beginning your business or early on in your business, it makes sense to spend lots of time and energy and effort in creating your business. And there's a certain kind of momentum, and there's a love of what you're doing, right? And all of that propels you, and it's exciting. When you get to this level, you aren't wanting to keep creating your business from that place. But those places in you, the way of, like my friend, my colleague, the gerbilness, those patterns are really, really deep. And someone telling you to take a breath, obviously is not going to work. In fact, it's probably going to irritate you. So Is there really something else in you? Is there actually another level? Is there actually a way that you can run that business from a quieter place, a calmer place, a place where it's kinder to you, where you actually breathe, have deeper rest because you already, your body's doing that? Yes, the answer is yes. I see it all the time. So for today, what I'd like you to do is watch yourself during the day and really notice what you think you have to do, the ways you have to do. Start noticing some of the patterns that you're using to have more success. Just notice them. That's not enough, but it's a start.